If you haven't done so already, turn in your unit reader to page 27. You are going to read The Promise and Pitfalls of Using Robots to Care for the Elderly Independently. That selection runs from page 27 to page 32 in your unit reader. As you're reading, consider the reading focus. Is socializing with robots beneficial or detrimental? Also, as you're reading, I want you to consider the following. How can AI help the elderly? How might AI be harmful to the elderly? You will have 8 minutes to read this selection. Now you will react to the promise and pitfalls of using robots to care for the elderly to establish your initial understanding of the text. To do so, you will write your response to the prompt in your reading response journal. What are the benefits and challenges of using artificially intelligent robots with the elderly? As you complete this activity, I want you to consider the following. How can AI help the elderly? How might AI be harmful to the elderly? You will have about 5 minutes to complete this activity. Now let's look at a couple of terms that you'll encounter in the next reading. A paradox is a contradictory statement or proposition that in reality expresses a possible truth. It is a paradox that computers need maintenance so often since they are meant to save people time. In other words, it seems a bit ironic that that's true. Another word that you'll encounter in the reading is impasse. Impasse is a position or situation from which there is no escape, or a deadlock, or a stalemate. For example, the negotiations had reached an impasse as each side refused to compromise. You're going to use those vocabulary terms to add to your understanding as you read Before We Give Them Fuzzy Robots, Let's Try Solving Elderly Loneliness with People. You'll establish your understanding, and when you're done reading, you will react to what you have read. Before reading Before We Give Them Fuzzy Robots, Let's Try Solving Elderly Loneliness with People, you're going to answer the questions in Nearpod to approach the text. What are the questions? What is the text type? And what do you understand about the text based on this information? You previously answered these questions in regards to the previous reading. As you answer these questions, I want you to think about the following. What are the benefits of socializing? Does AI provide the same benefits? All? Some? None? You're going to have about 5 minutes to respond to these questions on the slide in Nearpod.